Hey everybody, I'm Tony George from DocSports.com. It's Tuesday morning, and you know what that is. That is the Week 5 NFL opening line report, where I initially react to give you some raw and candid comments about what I think about the opening lines. These aren't handicap picks, it's just initial thoughts. I haven't seen any of the lines. I've seen one. I know the Kansas City line because I'm in Kansas City right now. And I got a lot of buddies that call me up and go, what do you think about that opening line on Monday night against the Saints? Oh, man. So, yeah, I know that line. But nonetheless, I always wait till Tuesday to really start digging into it. It's a long weekend, with college and pro football. Once you do all your work all week long, then you sweat out all your picks. And we sweated out some picks this week. We won Saturday and Sunday and Monday, college and pro. We went back-to-back weekends with winning cards Saturday and Sunday. We've also went 4-0 with top picks in college and pro football, back-to-back sevens in the NFL. We'll talk about that in a minute. But nonetheless, I think a 9-3 run on sides and totals in the NFL, which is solid based on, a lot of people falling by the wayside right now. Some of these results, we're just getting on the right side of them. But hope you had a good weekend with your picks. We're into October now, so we're in the stretch, trying to get out the pumpkin spice. As always, leave your comments in the comments section, and if they are respectable, lack F-bombs, and have a valid point about what you like, where you disagree with me, what you like, what you think a good teaser is, all those different things. I'll go through the comments section a couple times and post a bunch of them and interact with you. I get hundreds and hundreds of comments, thousands of views here, so I can't go through all of them. I do have to handicap games to get ready for this week as we release all our picks on Thursday, and I'll be busy with college today and NFL all day tomorrow and Thursday. Nice winner on Monday night with the Detroit Lions, who I think are, really good football team. They'll just outscore you. That's for sure. And Tennessee, your free play winner on video. Miami's terrible. Terrible. Just terrible. Yeah. But let's get to these games. We'll comment on pretenders and contenders and make some few comments along the way. Let's get started here on a Tuesday morning. Pardon me. Let's get these up. Live lines. Atlanta, Thursday night, divisional game against the Bucks, who just beat the piss out of a way, way overrated Philadelphia Eagles team. And poorly coached. Tampa Bay, I'm just checking this line. Yeah, it's still 1.5. They're catching 1.5, total 43.5. Atlanta at home. And, of course, Atlanta off a win against New Orleans. This is going to be a good football game. Faux show on a Thursday night. That's a good football game for a Thursday night game. I think Tampa's for real. I trying to get over that Denver loss. They just never got off the bus, but I think Tampa's a better team. But that win in Detroit looks really good, doesn't it? Yeah, I'd lean over for sure. And if you want to stick Tampa Bay in a 2-team 6-point teaser with somebody on Sunday, probably would be worth it, getting them to 7.5, over 3, over 6, over 7. Hello. New York Jets, Minnesota. Pretender, contender. Here you go. Jets, offense is terrible. They're getting 2.5 points, total 41. Their offense is terrible. Aaron Rodgers over the hill, and they're overrated. They were overhyped, overrated. They have no chemistry on offense. Rodgers has not gelled with any receiver. He's better thrown to Allen out of the backfield than he is anybody else. Be taking Lazard on props on over and receptions every game until they get it off 3.5 or 4.5, because he's dumping to his old buddy from Green Bay. Minnesota, a contender. Impressive win against Green Bay. Their defense is really good. They gave up 22 points in the fourth quarter because they kind of took their foot off the throttle. That score was not indicative of how Minnesota won that game. Minnesota 2.5, total 41. Give me many. Miami at New England. Divisional game. New England opened up -1, total 35.5. Miami got exposed again on Monday night. They're just a bad football team. They're 0-4 against the spread. They're one over all year long. 3 unders. I mean, they just got outscored 55-15. You want to take it? You want to take it even further? 86-25 in their last 3 games. Give me New England. Carolina, Chicago. The Bears finally get a win. Carolina playing better with Andy Dalton. I had a 7-unit play on Cincinnati first half line on Sunday. Tied up with less than a minute left, kicked off. They go down, score with 1 second left. Heart attack. Cincy gets the cover. Chicago. Beat up the Raiders by 6. Or the Rams, by 6. Rams are depleted. I could only lean underdog in that one. 4's too many. 42.5's about right. Indianapolis on the road with Joe Flacco. You're better off with Flacco. Richardson, he can't stay healthy, and he's a wild card. Against Jacksonville, 0-5, -2.5. Total 46. Divisional game. Can Jacksonville go to 0-5? Flacco carry him on the road if Richardson doesn't play. That's a tough call. That's a tough one. Give me I'd lean Jacksonville early at least. Let me see what the injury report is. What do you guys think about that one? I'm pissed off about the Colts. Pissed me off. I had Steelers in the Circa Millions. It wasn't a premium play, but I had them in the Circa Millions. I finally decided to get on board with the Steelers, and they just dorked me. They're my Achilles heel in the NFL. For or against, they're like the Kansas City Royals in baseball to me. For or against, if I go against them, they beat me. If I go for them, they beat me. The Pittsburgh Steelers are my Achilles heel, my kryptonite in the NFL. Buffalo catching 1 after just getting their ass whipped at Baltimore. Back on the road again against Houston, who eked one out against Jacksonville. Houston -1, total 47. Give me the over. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Ravens -2.5 on the road. Yeah, I was going to say be a high-scoring game. 51's the total. Cincinnati. I can't put my finger on what's going on with Cincinnati. Baltimore definitely a contender. Baltimore is the best team in that division. Baltimore gets the cover. Cleveland at Washington. How about Jaden Daniels and crew After an impressive Monday night outright win, they go on the road and just put it to the Cardinals last week. Hung 42 on them, I believe. They're at home against Cleveland, who couldn't even beat the Raiders, -3, total 44.5. Boy, does that look easy to take Washington, doesn't it? 72% of the money's already on Washington, go figure. 60% on the over. I Boy, that looks easy. A lot of these lines look real easy. Baltimore laying 2 and less than a fall number of 3 against a bad Cincinnati team with no off, just can't put it all together. And Cincinnati's beat up on the defensive side of the ball too. That makes sense. This one here doesn't make any sense. I'd lean Cleveland, I'm telling you. Las Vegas on the road at Denver, laying 3. Denver off back-to-back road wins, stayed on the East Coast in West Virginia, and put it to the hapless Jets, who are way overrated. Vegas figuring out ways to win ball games. Minshew magic, baby. 20-16 win. I wanted to look at something. I didn't watch that game. Vegas's defense without Crosby only gave up 149 yards passing and 92 on the ground. Watson, 176 yards on 32 pass attempts. Touchdown and interception. Ran the ball 8 times for 32 yards. Denver. That's a tough. Laying 3, total 36.5. I think it might be an underplay. I don't want to get near that side pick in that one. If anything, I'd probably take Las Vegas and tease them up to +9 in a teaser. Arizona at San Francisco. Definitely, there's your teaser. Take San Francisco, tease them down to 1.5. Along with Las Vegas going up. Arizona getting 7.5. Looked bad last week against a very surprisingly good Washington team who's just on a roll. Extremely well-coached Washington team. That score surprised me a lot. That was maybe one of the biggest surprises on Sunday. Was just the gap in that score against the Redskins. Total 50.5. San Francisco owns these guys. I mean, I remember taking them a couple times once last year. Let's look at the head-to-head in that just for craps and giggles, right? 45-29 San Francisco. That was at Arizona. Then at San Francisco, they beat them 35-16 last year. Year before, 38-13, 38-10. All those last 4 games, double-digit wins by San Francisco, who kind of got their head out of their butt last week, in a big blowout win, but it was against the New England Patriots. You want to take the points in that one. They're begging you to take the points. You might see an over in that one, 50.5. That's got to be one of the highest totals on the board. 51 in that Baltimore game because Cincinnati can't stop anybody. I haven't seen all the other totals yet. You got 49 in that. Yeah, 49. Went up, opened at 49, went up to 50. Yeah, that's warranted. In that, I'd lean over there. Definitely tease San Francisco down. Seattle, boy, couldn't stop Detroit on Monday night to save their life. I knew Detroit was going to beat them up. We had a 7-unit prop in that game too. At that one, we swept on props on Monday night and went 2-1 on Sunday. Plus $1,570 for a $100 player. Prop cards are $25. Get over to Docs. We've got free $60 for anybody that comes to the website that's never been a member, comes with a profit guarantee, and no strings, no hassles. Get on board. They're laying 6.5 to the G-men, who had extra time to prepare, short week, travel. Giants getting 6.5, total 43.5. Give me New York. Believe it or not, give me New York. Green Bay on the road with Jordan Love now getting 3.5 at the Rams. I need to see the Rams injury. If total 48, probably going to go under. I need to see the Rams injury list. Of course, wait a second here. Both these guys are 3-1 to the over this year. That's 6-2 to overs. I don't. Boy, let me look at that a minute. Green Bay 7-3 to the over, dating back to last year. Rams are 7-3 to the over, dating back to last year. 3-1 this year. When's the last time they played? Oh, yeah. November 5th of last year. 20-3 win by Green Bay. Green Bay's won 9 out of the last 10 against the Rams, dating back to 2007. Last time the Rams beat them was October 2018. Green Bay not only is 9-1 dating back to 2000 and let me get that right again. 2007. They're also 10-0 against the spread. Need to see the injury. What do you guys think? You think they're a great team? I mean, they got spanked by Minnesota. I mean, destroyed. Yeah, they had 22 points in the fourth quarter as cleanup time. Minnesota took their foot off the throttle. In my opinion, Minnesota's the team to bet in that division to win it. The number's probably still pretty good. I need to see an injury report there. I'd probably take the Rams in a teaser. Get them up to 9.5. That's an interesting game. I need to see if anybody's going to get healthy for LA. Sunday night football. Achilles heel kryptonite, the Pittsburgh Steelers at home laying 2.5, total 43 to the Dallas Cowboys. What? What do you think? What do you think? The Dallas Cowboy fans are rabid. I say anything bad about Cowboy Nation, they come in here dropping F-bombs and good piece of, POS. Don't tread on my Cowboys. Your Cowboys suck. They can't put it all together. They played a good defensive game against the Giants. So while you're beating your chest and your chest feathers are all puffed out, you got a big 20-15 divisional win on the road. Everybody said the game was rigged for the books because of the last minute miss and all that blah, 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 blah. The Steelers, they look like dog crap against a average to below average Colts team. Couldn't get off the bus. That total might be suspect for the under at 43. They're begging you to take Dallas. They're begging you. TJ Watt. Hello, Mr. Prescott. Let me come back and sack you about 20 times. Tomlin against McCarthy. There's a mismatch. What do you think? I want to lean Dallas, but I'm not Joe Q Public Square. You know, Pittsburgh should not be favored. It should be a pick'em game at least. You got to lean Steelers. On Monday night, the Kansas City Chiefs minus 5.5, total 42.5 against the New Orleans Saints. Give me New Orleans. Rashid Rice, Pacheco, handful of others. Kansas City. Kansas City's 4-0 and have played like dog crap all year long. They haven't played a good game all year. They're still 4-0, which scares you, but they're losing play. Rice is a huge hit. Huge hit. Total 42.5. The weather's decent. Give me the over. Kansas City's offense isn't clicking. But you take a look at Kansas City, they're 10-0 their last 10 games. They're 9-1 against the spread. The biggest favorite they have been they were a 7-point favorite against Cincinnati on December 31st, 2023. Other than that, they've been under a 6-point favorite and even an underdog for the Super Bowl. The game against Baltimore, the game against Buffalo, they were underdogs. They also were an underdog against Chargers. Won all those outright. They were a 6.5-point favorite. They should have probably... They covered that against, they went all the way down to 3.5. I don't like laying 5.5. Anything over 3 with Kansas City, I don't like laying. You know, I just don't like laying it. If you wanted to do a Sunday, Monday exacta, take Dallas and tease them up to 8.5, and take New Orleans and tease them up to 11.5. There's a winner chicken frickin' dinner. 42.5. I'd probably lean over out of the gate anyway. I mean, Kareem Hunt at running back, he looked all right. Still got some explosiveness. Losing Rice is a huge deal. You know, you're going to have some other players step up. They got Kelsey involved in the game plan, but, you know, New Orleans is going to double him, take him out of the mix, and force the young receivers to make catches and put a lot of heat on Mahomes. I mean, that's how you beat them, if you're going to beat them. Kansas City, like I said, they're playing like dog crap, and they're still winning. New Orleans, you know, they were in a dogfight there, coming off a loss at Atlanta. They gave up 26 points. I'm not going to lay 5.5 on a Monday night, even though they're at home at Arrowhead. Give me your thoughts. That's the opening line report. We'll have some picks out for you here on Thursday. Going to have a good week. There's a couple of top plays in there. I'm going to narrow it down to one. The one thing I'm telling you, I'm looking at this board, there's a lot of lines that look really easy. You're going to have to swallow that pill this week, that hard pill that's hard to get down, and take some ugly dogs, short ones, or it's going to be an interesting week in the NFL. Put it that way, because these lines are reflecting that. So we're going to tiptoe through the tulips lightly to get it done for you this week in the NFL. Doc Sports, place to be. Major League Baseball playoffs are going on. WNBA playoffs are going on. Winning hockey year last year. Hockey right at NHL. What? Week away? Go over and get a package. Get it done. Got Talladega this upcoming weekend, and one of my favorite races to watch. Back-to-back winning cards, and NASCAR up on the air as always. Um, 12 other, 11 other guys over there as well. Doc's Gridiron Six Pack with Griff Murphy will be up on Thursday, and daily free plays right here on the YouTube channel for Doc Sports. Go over to the website, come read some of the articles, man. There's some great content over there. More free plays, a lot of them written up. Videos from the other guys. Check it out. Been around 53 years for a reason. Get over there and make some money. That's why you're here, right?